Did you know that fear can actually damage your marriage? Well, today we talk about how to keep that from happening. Welcome to Living Life Strong, where I give you powerful tips on how you can happen to life so that your life doesn't happen to you. Now, fear is one of the most destructive forces that could be in a marriage. Somebody once said that a known captivity is actually easier than an unknown freedom. And that's what fear does. It's imagining the unknown. It's it's just where you don't know what could happen. You could be afraid of future rejection. You could be afraid of weakness, failure. There's all kinds of things that can poison us and therefore even our spouse. And there are many different ways that people deal with it. Some people mask it by trying to be tough or macho. Some people don't even try to hide it. They actually embrace it, nurture it. But fear has severe implications within our marriage relationships. You see, it is at the core of many, many disagreements. There are a ton of reasons for fear within our marriage. One is rejection. Everybody's deepest need is for love, which is why a lot of people fear rejection even after they're married. So when you fear being rejected within a marriage, you actually close off your heart in order to protect yourself. That way, if you do get rejected, it won't hurt so much. And that is why the fear of rejection actually damages intimacy between two people. Another reason that we fear is because of our past. Things that have actually happened to us in our past. And we've experienced something in our past that we do not want to go through again. And when we do that, it results sometimes in fear. Traumatic events like, rejection, divorce, abuse, those things can cause us to be afraid of reopening those wounds. And we get in trouble when we allow those fears to actually have power over us, because that fear will access the pain in our hearts and begin to direct our actions. And that causes us to lash out in very unhealthy ways toward the people that we love. So if we don't take those thoughts captive, they can actually destroy our marriage. So what do? How do we overcome fear within our marriage? Well, to get rid of it, first of all, we have to learn and understand it so we can actually disarm it. You see, everybody struggles with fear, but we like to pretend like we don't, but we all do. 2 Corinthians 10:5 says we should take captive every thought, including fear, and make it obedient to Christ. You see, we have to let our fear out in the open. Stop hiding it. Take it captive, catch it, and take it captive and identify what our fear is. Give it a name. And so you might go to your spouse and you might say, hey, I've been struggling with fear about something. Look, I know it's wrong, but please help me deal with it. Help me get it out in the open. Now, one important point is that notice that I phrased it in the past. The Bible is clear that there's power in our words to create our future. So you don't want to hold yourself in your fear with your words. You want to talk about your fear as though it is in the past. Now, 2 Timothy says that God has not given us a spirit of fear. So if we're afraid, it's not from God. But it says that God has given us a spirit of power, love, as well as a sound mind. So it's His will that you overcome your fears with power, love, and a sound mind. And that's why He gave you your spouse. That's why they're there for you. God put you together as a team to actually carry each other's burdens. So determine together to overcome fear. It's a choice. You have to identify it, name it, talk with your spouse about it, and then speak the word of God over it. Pray over it, and realize that that is not of God. And as you begin to speak the word, talk to your spouse about it, you'll find that those fears will become dislodged from your heart. Do not let fear have the last say. God cares about your fears, and He put the two of you together because you are stronger together. So, feed your faith to rid your fear. Have a great marriage and live life strong.
Don't forget to subscribe and follow Living Word on social media. We post content each and every week, and you don't want to miss out. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, our Facebook page, and our Instagram, and make sure to turn on notifications for all three, so you'll receive the latest news, updates, and content right at your fingertips.